Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Jackson, and welcome to another edition of Homework Help. I'm your host, and here I am. So, welcome to everybody who possibly can be in the range of my voice. I have one person who's logged in. Thank goodness for that. So, it's not going to be a dull show today. And let us get started with what we have going on. So the first thing I want to share with you is for today is our agenda. We have student conferences today, parent-teacher conferences, and those take place from 4 o'clock till 7. So if you have a parent that wants to come out and visit your teachers here at Lawton Public Schools, we invite you to come on out and visit with us. We'd love to see you. And just a reminder today, if you want to get help with particular homework, please come on in and look at sending us an email. Up on the screen today, right now, we have my email address, and that is garrett.jackson@lawtonps.org. And you can use your QR code scanner on your phone and scan that QR code we have to the right, and we'd be glad to sit with you and talk with you about questions you have on homework. So if you have a homework question, go ahead and send that to me. If you are logged in with your Lawton Public Schools email account, you are not going to be able to use the chat feature on YouTube, but we'll be able to do a number of things with email. So come on in. And we have a guest. Come on in.
Oh, I'm just looking for Mr. Hughes.
He's next door.
Yeah. Thank you, though.
Oh, no problems. So, because it is parent-teacher conference tonight, we might have guests drop by today and take a gander at what's going on, which is perfectly fine with me. So hopefully it'll be fine with you as well. So let us begin. Nothing yet on the video chats and no emails yet. So we're going to hang out for just a second and we'll see how things go. So let's see if I can get this to come up. And waiting for people to get online and start sending me questions. 3 minutes in. 3 minutes in. Let's see. What do we got here? Yep. So I'm able to live stream, so that's a very good thing. So let us continue watching. It looks like I should have other people come in and join us. Okay, looks like we have a few more people joining us. So if you have a homework question, be sure to send your questions to me at garrett.jackson@lawtonps.org. Or if you are logged in with a non-Lawton ps.org email, you can use the chat. So just sitting here waiting for people to come in. And I'm doing this homework hotline. So let's see if I can copy that link. So as we're moving through here and you have questions, be sure to going to point out that if you like the video and you want to see more of this type of content, go ahead and hit that like button at the bottom of the screen. And that like button will certainly let me know, one, who is available and watching the podcast streams, but number two, it helps me kind of keep track about what kind of resources we're using. Okay, and I'm just checking my email back and forth on my iPad here. So just as we move back and forth, just let me know. So just kind of let me know what all is out there. Waiting for a homework hotline so I can help with some homework. And as we're waiting for people to come on, if you log in and take a look at what is going on with Lawton Public Schools, remember it is parent-teacher conference tonight. So I am sure that many of you are able to make that. We'd love to have you come in and take a look at what we have going on with parent-teacher conference night. We're here till 7:00 p.m. So if you have a parent who wants to come visit with us about your grades, please be sure to come in and take a look at what we have going on. So, and checking out emails. Nothing yet on the emails, but that's okay. So, again, if you have a homework question that you would like me to address and try to help you with, I realize with the pandemic going on that after school assistance is not always something that you're able to do. But with this YouTube channel that we're doing right now, that I'm doing, I'm here to help you with your homework. So if you will email me your questions, or if you're able to chat in the live chat, I will take those questions and I can help you with that homework. So just standing by for homework help if you have any homework that you need help with. So we're about 10 minutes into the homework hotline. Let me see if anybody's emailed me yet. Again, we're doing the homework hotline. If you need help with your homework, I am here to assist you. There are two ways to get a hold of me to let me know how to help you with your homework or what homework you need. And that is using my email address, which is on the screen, or the QR code that will open up a email on your phone. And then you're able to also send a chat if you're using your non-Lawton Public Schools account to view the live stream. So we're just here kind of chilling, waiting for people to log in. I know that this may be kind of a bit of wait, but that's okay. So we're moving through with homework help, waiting for people to log in. If you have a particular question, I am here. My name is Garrett Jackson. I am a certified special education teacher and highly qualified in the area of social studies. I currently teach direct instruction social studies, and I also am a co-teacher for a reading class. So I'm good in the social studies and in the English departments. I fairly well with science and math. If you have a question that I can't particularly answer, I will help you find an answer or find someone who can get an answer for that. So just let me know. Again, the two methods to get a hold of me are through my email, and that's garrett.jackson@lawtonps.org. And then we also have the chat, which is on the side of the screen, side of the YouTube channel. And it looks like we have our first comment. Yes, we have Miss Wrenchin. Welcome to the broadcast today, Miss Wrenchin. You have a question. I am all eyes, so I can read that. How can I help you today? get awfully thirsty talking to a microphone, so I'll have to take a drink from time to time. Oh, we have Miss Benton as well. Welcome to the broadcast. We'd like to thank you two for joining us. And if you have a question, how do you find the circumference of a circle? Very good question. So to find the circumference of a circle, you need a formula. And I do believe, let me check my records here. You're going to need some information. So the formula you're going to need is C equals 2 pi r. And let me get that up on the screen real quick. And geometry is one of those things where it really helps if you have someone who can work things for you. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. So on the screen, you should see a circumference, and the formula is C equals 2 pi r. And if you look over here, you see a circle, and you have different lines. So the entire line across the entire circle is called the diameter. And then the shorter line that goes from the center point to the edge, which is about halfway through, is called the radius. So to figure the circumference, you multiply 2 times pi, which is 3.14 times the radius, and that will give you your value. I'd like to thank you very much for that question, and if you have any other questions, please help us out. Okay, so let's take a look at that radius. Now, because you're giving me a radius, I'm going to assume this is from a homework. And rather than do your homework for you, what I'd like to do is pick another number. So if we look at, let me get something up. Going back to this formula right here, what you'll see is your radius is, let's say, 2. We could use 3, but if that's your homework, I don't want to do your homework for you, but let's take a look at that. And I'm going to pull up a calculator. Give me just a second. And we're going to go with 3. It should work out the same way. So why don't you go ahead and take a look at that again and do your thing. So you could enter your pi value as 3 where it's r. Okay. So Miss Renchen, did that answer your question? Okay. And just a reminder for everybody out there, this is our live stream schedule. It's going to be from 4:30 to 5:30 every day except for Thursday. And I'm probably going to do one on Thursday. And so I had a question about the calculator I was using. So the software that I'm using for okay, so the calculator I'm using on my computer is the one off my Macintosh. It is not necessarily the state one for testing, but I see in the email that you sent me one. I can take a look at that, and I can actually use anything that comes up on my screen to do this. Thank you very much, Bryce, for joining us today. I appreciate that. if you have a homework question, I can entertain that as well. To anybody else out there that are my colleagues, if you have any questions, I don't think it froze, but we can definitely, I can look and see if it did. Bryce, do you have any questions that I can answer for you? Well, thank you, Patricia, for asking questions. I appreciate it. I tried to log into that calculator. I need a username and password, so I'll go back and look at that. If that is the same one that they use for testing, it would be probably a good idea for me to use that in my live stream. That way the kids get used to that and see it, and we can be teaching them how to use the resources that they have available. Miss Toops, that's quite all right. We understand slow internet. One of the persons mentioned in here about virtual dates. Absolutely. One of the things I like about doing this for virtual days is I hate Zoom, and I've tried to do Zoom and people just don't get it. This is so much easier, and it archives automatically to YouTube. And then that way I can just record, and then it saves it to YouTube, and they can pull it up whenever they want. And there's no, unless somebody tells me they're on with a name, it's all anonymous. So y'all were able to log in on the live chat. I can actually turn off the live chat if I wanted to and take only email. I had thought about trying to do a Discord or some way for people to communicate back and forth, but this way I can record a lesson or whatever, and it is really a one-way show, and that allows me. And of course, I do like the interaction on the chat. That provides me a lot of good features. Now, Kim, one of the things that makes this easy is a couple things. One, I have this really nice microphone here. There's a little bit of money here. And then the software I'm using is called Minicam. And it's a software. Now, school won't let you install it on your computer. I'm using my Mac. But I have a license key that gives me a few extra people who can use it. So I don't mind telling you how to do that. So if you want to come by and take a look at it, I'll be glad to show you. So. Okay. So one of my co-teachers just stopped by to say hi. So if anybody else has any questions that I'm here, again, email or put in the chat. Couple things I will also tell you is that if you will hit like on that, smash that like button. Number one, I guess it helps with the Google Analytics. Not that I really care much about the Google Analytics right this second. However, it's kind of nice to see how people interact with the live stream. So if anybody else has any questions, just let me know. I'd be glad to help them out. Again, live streams, if I can take you back to the calendar for just a minute. I have those scheduled from 4:30 to 5:30 every day this week, except for Friday and Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to probably go ahead and do since I'll be here. Friday, virtual day, since it's virtual day, I'm going to hold 2 live streams, one from 2 to 3, and then again from 3:30 to 4:30. So we can get out of here just a few minutes early. Since everybody's virtual that day, I'm going to have that homework hotline during that time. So, and if you really want What you also can do is if you would like to subscribe to the channel, one of the things that you can do is you can come over here and use your QR code, and on your phone, just scan that QR code right there that's up on the screen. And that allows you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And when you subscribe, it does nothing for me other than lets me update you whenever I go live or post a new podcast. And you'll notice on my YouTube page that I am posting my daily video podcast up there, for all my classes that I'm teaching. So be in the know, show up, let me know how things go. So, and Kim, that's great. I'd love to come down, have you come down here and take a look at how we do this. I am just trying to learn, which is why I'm glad that y'all are spending some time on the other end, because it's hard to not have feedback on how to do this. So, I think several years ago, the Lawton Public Schools television channel had a homework hotline on the cable. And I think this is a lot more accessible. And what I had told my students was that this was okay. I didn't know that. Come back later and like it. Kim said there's not a like button, but that's okay. We can have you like it later. I really think that this is someplace that this is a good place for us to be at with the online stuff. So I told my students that they can get in here and, ask me for help, and it doesn't have to necessarily be social study. It's whatever they need help with. And I would help them. And I also had mentioned to Sydney that I was going to open this up to other students later once I learn kind of how to do this a little bit more. So it's a growing pain, some learning process, but it's okay. So, gotta check my email real quick, see if anybody has emailed me. No emails yet. That's okay. So, for those of you who are still watching, what do you think of, and if you can put this in the live chat just so I can have it for my reference, how's the audio and how's the video look? Is there anything that you would change up? And just going to point out that I also have on the screen, if you notice, I have the time and date so that if somebody needs to refer back, they have a timestamp and a date stamp on the live stream right here in the yellow box. So that's kind of something people don't really think about. And I always thought it was kind of important to have that. Contrary to popular belief, this episode is not funded by Whataburger or Dr. Pepper, though those are my two favorite places here in town. Or at least Whataburger's favorite place and Dr. Pepper is my favorite drink. And we're at 30 minutes. So we're at 5:10 p.m., 5:09 p.m. And this is slated to go till 5:30. However, I don't know that we're going to make it that far. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and stop for the evening. If people have not logged in just yet, then they'll have to log in at another time. So I'd like to thank all my colleagues and peers who joined us tonight. And Bryce, thank you very much for joining us as well. I'm going to mention that, come talk to you about that tomorrow in class and see how you like the show. And I guess maybe you had a question or just logging on to see what was going on. That's good to know. And so I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. So, well, it is 31 minutes going into this live stream, and this is something that I'm going to go ahead and archive and put into the record books, into the, I guess, Broadcast Hall of Fame, or we can say the YouTube Hall of Fame. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining me tonight, and I'd like all my peers to be safe and have a great evening. And I will look forward to your feedback and talking with you tomorrow. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.